details of polling stations. We have 810 polling stations. Total number of voters is 5,78,000. Out of 810, we have not identified any sensitive polling station. Okay. Then there is another category of vulnerable polling stations. We have identified 7 such polling stations, which we have categorized as vulnerable. Then there is something called critical polling stations. The definition of critical polling station is any polling station where more than 75% votes go to one particular candidate. So we have 21 such polling stations. That list will also be shared with you. To conduct this election, we have requisitioned 5,244 staff from various government departments and state and central government PSUs. Distribution is like this: 1,015 presiding officers, 1,015 first polling officer, 1,015 second polling officer, 1,015 third polling officer. And since we have simultaneous by-election in Shiroda Assembly constituency, so we have polling officer 4 and polling officer 5 at all those polling stations in Shiroda Assembly constituency. So we have requisitioned 57 fourth polling officer and 57 fifth polling officer. But that is only for Shiroda, where we have simultaneous by-election. Around 2,100 police personnel from Goa Police will also be deployed for election duty, and we are expecting 5 to 6 companies of CAPF also. So far, South Goa Parliamentary Constituency has not received any company of CAPF. Before election starts, we take various measures for law and order and smooth conduct of election. So certain preventive actions were also initiated by South Goa Police. In last 3 months, we have initiated many cases under 107. Those details, that list will be shared with you. Then we have some externment cases. Total 43 cases have been initiated. 9 of them have already been disposed of and 34 are ongoing. This is just to keep a better environment during elections. When it comes to arm licenses, total 1739 licenses have been issued by South Goa collector. Total firearms held against these licenses are 1,809, out of which 1,746 arms have been deposited with respective police stations. We have given exemption to 58 arms. Those are mostly security workers with banks and such agencies which need security guards. 5 arms have not been deposited. The reasons are easy to understand. 2 of them have All India license. So all those who are having All India license, once they transferred out of Goa, they carry that license with them. So that is why 2 licenses were not deposited. Another 2 persons have shifted to foreign country. They are no more in India, so those licenses were not deposited. And 1 licensee had expired and his family is not aware of the whereabouts of that arm. In this case, family has been advised to file a police complaint about missing arms. So that is the details of arm licenses. Along with the manpower, we have also requisitioned many vehicles for election duty. Our total requirement is in excess of 400 vehicles. So far we have requisitioned 173 vehicles, out of which around 110 have reported. Some of them are yet to report. And so far we have hired 24 vehicles for different duties, and our further requirement is another 282 vehicles, for which we have submitted request with CO. Share the details of observers who have been appointed for South Goa Parliamentary Constituency by Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India has appointed 2 general observers for South Goa Parliamentary Constituency, Indira Malo She is an IS officer of Maharashtra cadre. She is general observer for assembly segments 21 to 30. And Miss Monalisa Goswami, she is an IS officer from Assam cadre, and she is general observer for assembly segments 31 to 40. We have a third general observer for Shiroda by-election, Suchitra Sinha. She is IS officer from Jharkhand cadre. She is general observer exclusively for Shiroda by-election. For Shiroda by-election, we also have an expenditure observer, Ms. Aparajita Sharma, and police observer, Sri Naveen Singla. He is an IPS officer from Punjab cadre. For general election also, expenditure and police observer remain same. Ms. Aparajita Sharma is expenditure observer for South Goa parliamentary constituency also, and Sri Naveen Singla is police observer for South Goa parliamentary constituency also. Sri Yemen D'Souza, he is substitute candidate for Indian National Congress. Sri Francisco Sardina, he is main candidate for Indian National Congress. Advocate Narendra Savaikar, he is main candidate for BJP. Sri Nilesh Cabral, he is substitute candidate for BJP. Sri Elvis Gomes, he is main candidate for Aam Aadmi Party. Dr. Kalidas Prakash Swaingankar, he has filed his nomination as candidate of Nish Goenka Revolution Front. Srimati Rakhi Amit Nayak, she is main candidate from Shiv Sena Party. And Sri Mayur Khan Konkar, he is an independent candidate. Most of the candidates and parties have social media profiles on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media platforms. So far, one violation of Model Code of Conduct has been noticed, and candidate was issued show cause notice, and he was given 24 hours to take that page down from their social media page, which they have already done. But this is for the information of everybody that Election Commission through DEO and CEO is keeping an eye on social media platforms also for any kind of violation, and if we notice any violation, then immediate action will be taken. Code of conduct and complaints which we have received so far. So far there has not been any major violation of Model Code of Conduct. We have had some minor violations, total 6 complaints. 5 of them have been disposed of, 1 is under investigation. On CVGIL, so far we have received 8 complaints. 3 of them were dropped because those were not right complaints, frivolous complaints, and 5 of them were genuine complaints which have been disposed of after due formality.